All right, we're trying some new stuff here tonight, so we're going to see if this is going to work or not. Good evening and welcome to Errol Russell Park as we have the opening pitch showing up by our youngster out there on the mound. Nice plaque presentation there to Jim Bigris before the game as well. We'd like to take the opportunity to welcome everyone to our second annual CABC Gold Bat Invitational Tournament. Our opening game this evening, this will be our first of two games from Errol Russell tonight. We'll feature the visiting team for this game, the Tecumseh Thunder, taking on the home team for this game, the Sarnia Braves. We'll get to the starting lineup first for Tecumseh, and then we'll go through Sarnia's starting lineup as we get to the bottom of the first inning. Leading off and playing second base, number 19, Caden Gomes. Batting second, the shortstop, number 16, Dan Workington. Batting third, the first baseman, number 27, Cam Goddard. Batting cleanup this evening, the center fielder, number 13, Ross Barker. Batting fifth, the catcher, number 32, Noah Ruddle. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 12, Patrick Kibble. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 18, Kalman Chiz. Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 24, Austin Olds. And batting ninth, the designated hitter, number 2, Keaton Ruddle. The starting pitcher for the Tecumseh Thunder this evening will be left-hander, number 20, Taylor Pappen. The starting battery this evening for the Sarnia Brigade. Catching this evening is number 6, Brennan Healy. And the starting pitcher is number 5, Cole Bridges. So 6:03 the time of our first pitch, and we're underway here at Errol Russell. That pitch finds the zone for a strike. Leadoff batter is Caden Gomes here for the Thunder. That pitch missing down for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike now. The count on Gomes as shortstop Dan Workington waits on deck. First baseman Cam Goddard due up third. Another slider that misses the outside corner for a ball. 3-1 now, the count on the second baseman, Gomes. A fastball chopped towards shortstop. Core Jackson over to make the play on to first base, and Gomes is retired for the first out of the top of the first. Like I said, I'm trying a new Bluetooth microphone, so fingers crossed that everyone can hear me here. Also, a little bit of a change that we've had. We're going away from our Facebook live stream, trying to make things a little more accessible for everyone. And we're now starting to use our CABC YouTube channel to be able to post everything up online. So hopefully this is working okay. Here's the pitch from Bridges. Slider hit on the ground towards short. Core Jackson over to make the play again across the diamond to first. Able to retire Workington for the second out of the inning. So first pitch to Cam Goddard is fouled back and out of play down the left field line. 0-1 now the count on Goddard. He's gotten himself off to a pretty good start this season, hitting .500 right now for the Thunder. A pair of home runs as he swings through that change up for strike 2. Finds himself down now 0-2 in the count. That ball laced up the middle. That's going to get into center field for a single. And Ken Goddard finds himself aboard here with 2 outs in the top of the first inning. It's going to bring up the cleanup hitter today for the Tecumseh Thunder, the center fielder, number 13, Ross Barker. Bridges with a look to first, comes set now at the belt. First pitch to Barker. Fastball just missing the outside corner for ball 1. That ball hit hard to third base. Butler able to come up with the ball across the diamond to McLean. And Ross Barker's the third out of the first inning. No runs on 1 hit for the Tecumseh Thunder. There were no brigade errors. And Tecumseh leaves 1 runner on base. The score after 1/2 inning of play, Tecumseh Thunder no score, with the Sarnia Brigade coming to bat here in the bottom of the first inning. We'll be right back just after a short break. So left-hander Taylor Paffin all done with his warm-up pitches. We're set to go here in the bottom of the first inning. Starting lineup for the Brigade this evening, leading off the center fielder Logan Buntrock. Batting second, the shortstop Court Jackson. Batting third, the DH Brad Hill. And due up fourth, if we get that far here in the bottom of the first inning, is right fielder Wes Brooks. Paffin ready, and he delivers his first pitch. The fastball, it just misses up and away for ball 1. That pitch going to find the zone for a called strike, evening the count now at 1-1. One and one the count here. First batter at the bottom of the first inning as Buntrock swings through that when it comes up empty for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes now the count. Thunder starting pitcher Taylor Paffin off to a pretty good start this year, currently sitting at 4-0 right now. That fastball down and in. Buntrock swings through that one as he is down on strikes for the first out here in the bottom of the first inning. So that will bring up the shortstop this evening for the Sarnia Brigade, Court Jackson. Jackson back in town after a very successful senior year down south at school. That pitch misses down and away for ball one. So much so it's garnered the attention of a few major league teams, as he very much possibly could go in the draft here this year. And for now, getting some reps in here at the Gold Bat tournament. Is that curveball going to drop in for strike one? 1 ball and 1 strike now, the count here on Jackson. No score here as we play in the bottom of the first inning. Opening action here at the CABC Gold Bat tournament. That fastball going to find the outside corner for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes, the count. Pappen looking very comfortable on the mound right now. 1-2 pitch. That curveball misses down. Good hold there by Jackson. Evens the count now at 2-2. Two-two pitch coming to Jackson. That pitch going to find the outside corner, and that is a called strike 3, looking for the second out of the inning. Pretty good start here for Pappen. 2 batters, 2 strikeouts. That will bring up the designated hitter for this evening's game, Brad Hill. First pitch from Pappen. Going to miss just down and in for ball 1. That ball belted towards right field. Short right field as the right fielder Patrick Kibble makes his way in, makes the catch. And the Brigade are down in order in the bottom of the first inning. No runs, no hits, no Tecumseh errors. And there are no runners left on base. 1 inning of play in the books here from Errol Russell Field at Stan Slack Park here in beautiful Sarnia, Ontario. No score after 1 inning of play. We'll be right back just after a short break. All set for action here in the top of the second inning as that ball chopped towards third base. Butler able to take it on the short hop across the diamond to McLean. And the leadoff batter, Noah Ruddle, is the first out of the top of the second inning. So Ruddle goes 5-3 for the first out here at the top of the second inning. It's going to bring up the right fielder, number 12, Patrick Kibble, as he chops that one foul for strike 1. That ball belted towards right field. Going to send the right fielder back as he turns around, but Wes Brooks able to make that catch out in right field, and comes in now with 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. Next batter due up for the Tecumseh Thunder is the third baseman, number 18, Kalman Chiz. First pitch from Bridges. Slider that finds the outside corner for strike one. 0-1 here, the count on Chiz. Another slider, that one chopped foul. Bridges way up here. 0-2 now in this at bat. Working fairly quickly here in this inning, trying to get his team back on the sticks. Shakes off one pitch, 0-2. Fouled back to the backstop again. No balls and 2 strikes remains the count here. Swing and a miss there from Chiz, and he's down on strikes. And the Tecumseh Thunder are down in order here in the top of the second inning. No runs, no hits, no brigade errors, no runners left on base. Off to the bottom of the second inning here from Arrow Russell Field. Score remains 0-0 between the Tecumseh Thunder and the Sarnia Brigade. We'll be right back after a short pause. Just about ready for the bottom of the second inning here as Taylor Pappin finishes his warm-up pitches. 4-5-6 due up for the Brigade here with the right fielder, number 34, Wes Brooks, leading things off. He'll be followed by third baseman Blake Butler. Due up third this inning is the first baseman, Alex McLean. So Wes Brooks digs in here for his first at-bat of the evening. Again, want to take the opportunity to thank everyone for joining in, trying some new stuff out this year. That curveball just misses down for ball one. We've now switched our streaming platform to YouTube instead of using our Facebook Live page. Hopefully this is going to allow more people access to the games as Wes Brooks hits that one down the left field line. Going to stay in play. Third baseman Chiz going over to give it a look, but just comes up short and just misses. So that one drops foul for strike one. So 1-1 the count here on Brooks. So we'll be using this streaming platform throughout the year now instead of using our Facebook page. So make sure you give us a follow. We did post the link to the YouTube channel on our X account. That fastball popped up on the infield. Cam Goddard doesn't see it. Second baseman does, though. He makes his way over and is able to make the catch. Long run there for Caden Gomes, but able to take that one in foul ball territory for the first out here of the bottom of the second. So that will bring up the third baseman for today's game, number 4, Blake Butler. Pappin with his sign. Here comes the pitch. Fastball just missing the outside corner for ball one. So if you've gone to our Facebook page and you're looking for us, we've switched over to our YouTube channel. You can still find us at CABC Baseball there. New YouTube channel that we're trying out this year as Butler swings through that one for strike one. 1 ball and 1 strike to count here. Bottom of the second inning, no score between the Tecumseh Thunder and Sarnia Brigade. That ball popped up. Going to be backing out of play. Runs the count now to 1-2. Opening day action of the second annual CABC Gold Bat Tournament here in Sarnia. That pitch misses down for a ball. Here comes the pitch from Papin. Curveball in on the hands, popped up towards first base. That's down the right field line. It is going to drop just foul. Another good effort there by second baseman Caden Gomes, but he just misses that one. So Butler going to make his way back to the plate. While he comes back, we do have a couple of other games happening during this time slot. Over at Blackwell Park here in Sarnia, we have the Ilderton Riverhawks taking on the Windsor Athletics. And out at Eric McKenzie Field in Courtright, the Windsor Stars taking on the Burlington Brants. 2-2 pitch from Taylor Papin, just misses up and away for ball 3. Blake Butler now battled his way back into a full count here. Papin with a long look in. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Fastball swung through and missed by Butler. He's down on strikes for the second out of the inning. So 2 outs for the Brigade here. That's going to bring up the first baseman today, Alex McLean. Lefty on lefty matchup here with him and Papin. Here comes the first pitch. Fastball outside corner for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike to count now. Sorry, 0-1 the count, but that one misses low, so now the count 1-1. My apologies. Here's the 1-1 to McLean. Slider, that's going to find the outside corner for strike 2. Papin doing a good job early here, mixing speeds with the Brigade at the plate. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Another curveball swung through and missed by McLean, and the Brigade put down an order again by left-hander Taylor Papin. No runs, no hits, no Tecumseh errors, and no runners left on base. We continue to cruise here at Errol Russell Park. Score after 2 complete innings of play. The Tecumseh Thunder 0 and the Sarnia Brigade 0. Take a short break. We'll be right back for the top of the 3rd inning. So just about ready to go here in the top of the 3rd inning. First pitch from Cole Bridges is a called strike to left fielder Austin Olds. 0-1 the count. As Olds swings through that one and comes up empty as well for strike 2. So quick 0-2 count here for Austin Olds against Cole Bridges as he pops that one up on the infield. Second baseman going to make their way back. Wade Babula going to make the catch there for the first out of the inning. So one out here in the top of the third. First pitch to designated hitter Keaton Ruddle in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. That fastball just misses the outside corner for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Back to the top of the order after this for second baseman Caden Gomes. As that ball hit off the fists and called foul at the plate by the home plate umpire. As always, we're appreciative of our umpires who are working our games here this weekend. Thank you so much for helping make our tournament a success. 0-2 pitch. Slider just misses the outside corner. Good hold there by Keaton Ruddle. Runs the count even 2-2 now. There's the 2-2 pitch from Bridges. Fastball right on the hands. Hit towards third base. Butler going to have to come in. Able to pick it up across the diamond to McLean. And Keaton Ruddle's down for the second out of the inning. So 2 outs and we're back to the top of the order for Caden Gomes, who hits that one to third base, gets under the glove of Butler and into left field for a single. And Tecumseh has their second base runner of the evening on the 2-out single from Caden Gomes, as shortstop Dan Warkington going to make his way up to the dish now. Pretty good battle going on here so far. Bridges with a couple of looks to first. He's going to check and throw over. Caden Gomes back in lots of time. 2 programs who both did pretty well in 2024. The Tecumseh Thunder ended up winning a national bronze medal at the Canadian Championships that they hosted back in August. And for the Sarnia Brigade, as that fastball finds the outside corner for strike 1. They finished runner-up here at the Gold Bat tournament last year, as well as losing a heartbreaking game to the Newmarket Hawks last year at the provincial elimination final by a score of 7-5. Another check over at first by Cole Bridges. Both teams pretty much returning the core parts of their roster this year, so both teams should be fairly competitive. As that ball laced towards shortstop, poor Jackson going to take a step to his right, able to bring that one in. And that is all for the Tecumseh Thunder here in the top of the third inning. No runs on 1 hit. There were no Sarnia Brigade errors, and the Thunder leave 1 runner on base. After 2.5 innings of play, we remain scoreless here at Errol Russell Field between the Tecumseh Thunder and the Sarnia Brigade. We'll be right back after a short break in the action. All right, we're back for action here in the bottom of the third inning. 7, 8, 9 due up for the Sarnia Brigade. As the second baseman, Wade Babula, going to lead things off, followed by the left fielder, Eric Steves. Batting third will be the catcher, number 6, Brennan Healy. First pitch from left-hander Taylor Pappen misses down for ball 1. We're underway here in the bottom of the third. 7, 8, 9 due up for the Sarnia Brigade. That pitch going to miss inside from Taylor Pappen as he now finds himself behind 2-0 to the second baseman, Wade Babula. Babula, one of the veterans on this team, been around for quite a few years. So he looks to try and get things going here for the home side in the bottom of the third inning. 2-0 pitch from Pappen. Big hack there from Babula, but he comes up empty for strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike now the count on the second baseman, Babula. Here's the pitch from Pappen. Fastball, that one going to find the inside corner for strike 2. Pappen able to battle his way back into this at bat now. Finds himself even at 2-2. Here's the pitch. Fastball chopped towards third base. Able to come in and make the play across the diamond. Just able to get Babula in time as youngster Kalman Chiz able to come up with that one. Get the ball across the diamond to Cam Goddard. Able to retire Wade Babula just about by a step. So with 1 out in the bottom of the third inning, that is going to bring up the left fielder, number 15, Eric Steves. First pitch from Pappen. Fouled down the right field line and out of play for strike 1. A little bit of a chilly night here in Sarnia, but the stands behind me starting to fill up nicely. Well, there's a few fans down the baselines here. As that pitch misses inside, Steve's going to wear that one. So he'll make his way to first, and that is the first base runner of the evening for the Brigade here in the bottom of the third on the hit-by pitch.
Now coming to the plate, Brennan Healy.
So 1 out here with a runner on first for Sarnia, and that's going to bring up the catcher, Brennan Healy. Steves takes his lead from first. Pappen set at the belt. First pitch, fastball, outside corner, called a strike. Be back to the top of the order after this batter with center fielder Logan Buntrock waiting on deck. 0-1 pitch coming from Pappen. That ball hit towards the left center gap. That ball's going to get down. Center fielder able to go over and collect it. Good strong throw into shortstop. That's going to hold the runner at second base. And the Brigade with the first good scoring opportunity in this one as they now have runners at first and second base. And we're back to the top of the order for center fielder Logan Buntrock. Runners take their lead. Steves at second. Brennan Healy at first. First pitch to Buntrock and on the ground to third base. Chiz to second, on to first. And they are able to turn the double play. And on 1 pitch, Taylor Pappen able to take care of that Brigade rally and end the inning. So for the Brigade in the home half of the third inning, no runs on 1 hit. There were no Tecumseh errors, and the Brigade leave 1 runner on base. The score after 3 complete innings of play from Errol Russell Field here at beautiful Stan Slack Park remains scoreless between the Tecumseh Thunder and the Sarnia Brigade. We're going to take a short pause. We'll be right back for action here in the top of the 4th inning. All right, Cole Bridge is all done with his warm-up pitches. We're ready to go for the top of the fourth inning here. 3, 4, 5 due up for the Tecumseh Thunder as first baseman Cam Goddard going to lead things off here against Bridges. First pitch just sails outside for ball 1. He'll be followed by center fielder Ross Barker and catcher Noah Ruddle due up third this inning. 1-0 pitch to Goddard. That ball hit hard to center field. Buntrock going to take a couple of steps in. He'll camp under that one and make the catch for the first out of the inning. Goddard now 1 for 2 on the evening. With that flyout, he had a single back in his first plate appearance. Ross Barker also 0 for 1, grounded out to third base in his first at bat as that slider from Bridges misses down for ball 1. Good fastball there from Bridges finds the outside corner for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike to count here. Here's the pitch. Another pitch right in the exact same location. Called another strike for Bridges as he now finds himself up in the count 1-2. Slider chopped towards shortstop. Cord Jackson going to have to charge this one hard. Unable to come up with the ball though as just squirts out of the top of his glove. That's going to be an infield single for Ross Barker as he makes his way down to first. So run out, a man aboard here on first base for the Thunder as catcher Noah Ruddle going to make his way up for his second at bat. Quick check over by Bridges at first. Ruddle 0 for 1 this evening with a ground out to third base so far. Another long look by Bridges as he comes set at the belt. That fastball going to miss down and away for ball 1. Good job by Healy to get over and block that one up. Lots of action happening here tonight in our tournament as Bridges going to check over at first again. Currently taking place right now over at Blackwell Park just down the road here. We have the Ilderton Riverhawks taking on the Windsor Athletics. And out at Eric McKenzie Field in Courtright, we have the Burlington Brants of the Coba Major Baseball League taking on the Windsor Stars of the Can-Am Baseball League as Bridges finds the outside corner with that fastball for strike 1. Another check over to first. Barker back in time. Ruddle going to dig back in here again. Bridges has his sign. Here's the pitch. Fastball in on the hands. That one popped up by first base. Seems as if there was a balk called on the play. So that will be no pitch with the balk call. That ball hit down the right field line. Going to be trouble if it stays fair, but it will sail foul just by the right fielder, Wes Brooks. So count now is 1-2. As the Thunder now have their first opportunity to score here in this game with a runner in scoring position at second. Bridges comes set. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung through and missed by Ruddle. And he is down on strikes for the second out of the inning. So 2 outs now. Runner on second for the Thunder. And that's going to bring up the right fielder, Patrick Kibble. Long look by Bridges as he delivers a fastball in the outside corner for strike one. No balls and 1 strike to count. Ross Barker, the runner on second base for the Thunder. Slider hit up the middle, and that's going to get down for a single. Buntrock charging hard. Good throw into McLean. Barker going to get the stop sign at third base. Great job there by Logan Buntrock to get to that ball in a hurry and get it back into the infield. And the Thunder continue to threaten here now as they have runners on the corners with 2 outs. And that's going to bring up the third baseman for this evening's game, number 18, Coleman Chiz. 0 for 1 with a strikeout in his first at bat. Here's the first pitch to Chiz. That ball belted towards center field. Buntrock with a couple of steps over. He will make the catch. Good piece there by the youngster Chiz, but he is the third out here in the top of the 4th inning. For Tecumseh in the top half of the 4th. No runs on 2 hits. There were no Sarnia Brigade errors. And the Thunder leave a pair of runners on base. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning here at Errol Russell Field. The score between the Tecumseh Thunder and the Sarnia Brigade remains 0-0. We'll take a short break and be right back here after a small pause. All right, Pappen all done with his warm-up pitches. We're ready to go here for the bottom of the 4th inning. 2-3-4 due up for the Sarnia Brigade as shortstop core. Jackson going to lead things off here in the home half of the 4th inning. First pitch from Taylor Pappen. Ground ball towards second base. Second baseman over. Backhand play throw on to first. And Cord Jackson just able to beat that throw to first. Great play there by the Tecumseh second baseman, Caden Gomes, as he's able to range over and make that play and just narrowly misses throwing out Jackson by about half a step. So leadoff batter aboard here for the Brigade. For Jackson over at first. That's going to bring up the shortstop. The designated hitter. My apologies, number 29, Brad Hill. Jackson with his lead from first. Pitch from Pappen. Popped up on the infield. That's going to sail back and out of play. For strike one. If we get updates from the other games, we'll try and pass them along to folks here on the stream, but haven't seen anything come across my computer here yet. If there's teams that are playing and you're listening, if you can tag me on scores that you may have on your social media accounts, as Brad Hill hits that ball to center field. But the center fielder Ross Barker able to camp under that one and make the catch for the first out of the inning. So one out here for the Brigade in the bottom of the fourth inning. That's going to bring up the right fielder, number 34, Wesley Brooks. Popped out to second base in his first at bat, 0 for 1 this evening. Jackson takes his lead from first. That curveball misses up from Taylor Papin for ball 1. Ball fell back into the netting here for strike 1. One and one the count. Papin set at the belt with a long look over to first. Here's the pitch. That ball belted to right field. Right fielder going to make his way back at the track, at the wall, and that ball is out of here. A 2-run home run for right fielder Wesley Brooks. He makes his way around the bases. And the Sarnia Brigade strike first in this one. They now have a 2-0 lead. First pitch to third baseman Blake Butler, misses for a ball. Butler 0 for 1 with a strikeout in his first at bat. He hits that one towards right center field. That's going to get down for a single. Butler with the hard turnaround first, but he'll make his way back. The Brigade seem to be figuring out Papin here the second time through the lineup. Runner on first with one out. That's going to bring up the first baseman, Alex McLean. McLean 0 for 1 with a strikeout in his first at bat. Butler with the lead from first. Here's the pitch from Papin. Fastball misses inside for ball 1. Check over to first. That ball going to get away from Goddard. All the way down the right field line as Butler's going to make his way to third. And Butler advances to third on the two-base throwing error from Taylor Papin. So that's going to draw a trip to the mound here from the Tecumseh coaching staff. McLean going to go for a walk back to the
When conventional wisdom said no one could make a hot toast longer than 6 inches.
All right, seems like we're ready to go here after the chat on the mound between the Tecumseh coaching staff and the pitcher Taylor Papin. Infielders are going to make their way in now and try and cut down this run at the plate if they can, as that pitch misses down for a ball. That curveball going to drop in for strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike to count now. 1 out here as we play in the bottom of the 4th inning. Right fielder Wesley Brooks has pegged the Sarnia Brigade to a 2-0 lead here as McLean going to foul that one back and out of play. Wes Brooks with a big 2-run home run here in the bottom of the 4th inning. The only damage really to left-hander Taylor Pappin so far, as that pitch is going to miss inside and hit McLean in the shoulder. Humpy going to call him back, though, saying he didn't make an attempt to get out of the way.
If we could make up our minds.
So a little bit of a commotion here after all that is going to leave Sarnia GM or bench coach James Grant getting ejected from this game. So 3 balls and 2 strikes now the count. Pappin with the pitch coming. He fell back into the netting here as McLean able to keep himself alive. Second baseman Wade Babula waits on deck. So that pitch going to miss down and in for ball 4. McLean going to make his way to first. The Brigade now have runners on the corners with 1 out. The second baseman Babula going to make his way up to the dish. 0 for 1 so far tonight with a ground out to third base. That pitch going to miss down for ball 1 to Babula. Not much movement so far down in the Tecumseh pen. The 1-0 pitch going to miss outside for ball 2. Swing and a miss there from Wade Babula for strike 1. Again, few messages coming through to me here. If you're looking for our live stream, we have switched it over. As that ball hit on the ground towards first base. The throw towards second base goes into left field in the air by Goddard. The throw to second base, and he is called out, trying to stretch that into a double. So after all that, we end up with Alex McLean on third base. Babula is going to be out trying to advance to second after the fielder's choice. So we have 2 outs and a runner on third base for left fielder Eric Steves, who takes a pitch up for ball 1. That pitch fell back into the netting for strike 1. That ball hit on the ground to second base. In to make the play is Caden Gomes. He retires Steves at first. That is all for the Brigade here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Big inning, though, for their Brigade as they break the goose eggs on the scoreboard. They scored 3 runs on 3 hits. There were 2 Tecumseh errors, and 1 runner left on base. The score after 4 complete innings of play here from Errol Russell Field at Stan Slack Park. It's the Sarnia Brigade 3 and the Tecumseh Thunder no score. We'll take a short pause and be right back for the top of the 5th inning just after a short break. So Austin Olds leads off things here in the top of the 5th inning for the Tecumseh Thunder. He ends up getting hit by the first pitch from Cole Bridges, so he'll make his way down to first. First pitch to designated here, Keaton Ruddle in there for a strike. He's 0 for 1 this evening with a ground ball to third base. Bridges with the pitch. That's going to miss outside for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike now the count. Bridges going to go over with the check to first again. Holds back safely. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Bridges. Fastball going to get fouled back and out of play. Very dangerously close to a few cars over there in the front row. But ends up missing it. So 1 ball and 2 strikes now the count on the designated hitter Keaton Ruddle as Austin Olds takes his lead from first. That pitch going to miss up for a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes now the count. Bridges set. Here's the pitch. Slider that's going to miss outside for ball 3. Thunder going to try and work their way back into this one. Currently trailing this game right now 3-0 as we play in the top of the 5th inning. Opening day action here at the CABC Gold Bat Tournament. That ball hit on the ground to short. Cord Jackson with the flip to Babula on to McLean at first. That is a smooth 6-4-3 double play. And there are now 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. So we're back to the top of the order with second baseman Caden Gomes back at the dish. 1 for 2 this evening with a single back in the 3rd inning. Takes a good hack at that one, going to foul it down the right field line, and it's going to sail out of play foul. 1-1 now the count on the second baseman Gomes. Bridge is going to make a quick switch here of baseballs. That ball chopped up the middle. Core Jackson going to make his way over. Comes up with that one. Smooth throw on to first to McLean. And that's all she wrote here for the Tecumseh Thunder in the top of the 5th inning. No runs, no hits, no Sarnia errors, and nobody left on base. The score after 4 1/2 innings of play here from Errol Russell Field. The opening day of the CABC Gold Bat Tournament. Sarnia Brigade 3 and the Tecumseh Thunder no score. We'll take a short break and be right back for play here in the bottom of the 5th very shortly.
Now coming to the plate, Brennan Healy.
So just about ready to go here in the bottom of the 5th inning with catcher Brennan Healy making his way up to the plate. First pitch to Healy, swung on and missed for strike 1. The ball fouled back here to the backstop for strike 2. Taylor Pappen still out there working on the mound. Again, been pretty solid today. Just had that little hiccup in the last inning. Outside of that, he's been pretty sharp out there on the hill. 0-2 pitch coming to Brendan Healy. That pitch going to miss outside. Healy checks his swing. Umpire checks it first. Umpire says no swing. So we now have a count of 1 ball and 2 strikes here as we play in the bottom of the 5th inning. Sorry, I forgot to reset my scoreboard there. 1-2 pitch coming from Pappen. Curveball swung on and missed. No catch, but Healy going to make his way back to the bench. Called out on strikes for the first out of the inning. So we're back to the top of the order here for the Sarnia Brigade with center fielder Logan Buntrock stepping in. That pitch missing down for ball 1. Buntrock 0 for 2 tonight with a strikeout and a ground out to second base. And 3-0 Brigade here as we play in the bottom of the 5th inning. Thank you everyone for joining us here on our brand new YouTube channel that we're trying out this year. Again, if you're on there and watching and you have the ability to contact me, it'd be great to know how the feed sounds now. Hopefully it's a little bit different than our Facebook one. I have a few other trinkets that I'm doing here now too that hopefully have cleaned up the audio a little bit. That pitch misses as well from Taylor Pappen, so we now have a count of 3-0. Here's the pitch. That fastball going to split the plate for strike 1. 3 balls and 1 strike to count here on the center fielder Buntrock. Swings and misses that fastball for strike 2. Pappen able to work himself back into a full count now here against Buntrock. 3 balls and 2 strikes to count. Here's the pitch. That ball laced towards center field, and that is going to get down in front of Ross Parker for a 1-out single here at the bottom of the 5th. So Buntrock reaches base for the first time this evening with the single. That is going to bring up the shortstop, Cor Jackson. It's 1 for 2 this evening with a single and a run scored. First pitch from Pappen, curveball that misses down and away for ball 1. The run scored by Jackson came in on the 2-run home run from right fielder Wesley Brooks. Got the Sarnia offense off and going here. Is that pitch going to miss down as well for ball 2? Brigade able to add another run that inning as well. Currently lead this game 3-0 now here as we play in the bottom of the 5th inning. Buntrock takes his lead from first. Here's the pitch from Pappen. That pitch going to find the outside corner for strike 1. Again, we talked about Cor Jackson a little bit earlier in the game. Very successful senior year down south with school. So he hits that ball in between first and second base into right field for a single. Buntrock going to make his way around third. Here's the throw, cut off though, and they're going to have a chance at Cor Jackson, but unable to make the play there as Goddard goes to throw that ball to the plate, but the speed of Logan Buntrock able to create another run there as the Brigade able to push another one across and now lead 4-0 in this game. So that's going to bring up the designated hitter, Bradley Hill. 0 for 2 tonight with a pair of flyouts, 1 to right field, 1 to center field. Cor Jackson going to take his lead from first. Pappen with the long pause and look into the plate. Here comes the pitch to Hill. That pitch misses down. Good block there from the catcher, Noah Ruddle. Be able to block that one up, keep it in front. So we were just talking about Cor Jackson having a good year down south. Certainly garnered the attention of a few MLB teams now as he waits to see if he will be able to go somewhere in the draft. Hill takes that pitch for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike now the count. Two very different dugouts here tonight as the Sarnia dugout been very loud all evening. Hill fouls that one off into the Tecumseh dugout. So Pappen now able to battle back into a 2-2 count here as Cor Jackson takes his lead from first. Here's the pitch from Pappen. Hit on the ground towards the Sarnia third base coach, who's able to come up with the play. So count remains 2-2 here on Brad Hill. So he looks to move the runner Cor Jackson around. Chopped up the middle off the glove of Pappen on to short, second to first. And the Tecumseh Thunder are able to spin a unconventional 1-6-4-3 double play. And that's all for the Sarnia Brigade here in the 4th inning. Sorry, the 5th inning. My apologies. So for the Sarnia Brigade here in the bottom of the 5th inning, 1 run on 2 hits. There were no Tecumseh Thunder errors and no runners left on base. 5 complete innings of play in the books here from Errol Russell Field at Stan Slack Park. The score, the Sarnia Brigade 4 and the Tecumseh Thunder no score. We want to thank everyone for joining our opening night action here at the 2nd annual CABC Gold Bat Tournament. I am Dan Esty taking you through this weekend's action. Coming up after this one here at Errol Russell Field, we will have a matchup of 2 of the 3 final teams last year at the Provincial Elimination Tournament, as the Brampton Royals of the Cobra Major Baseball League will take on the Newmarket Hawks, last year's Provincial Elimination champions. That matchup slated to start at 8:30 p.m. So again, that will be the Brampton Royals and the Newmarket Hawks. That action slated here for 8:30 p.m. following this matchup between Tecumseh and Sarnia. We're all set to get going here in the top of the 6th inning as shortstop Dan Workington takes a swing and misses there for strike 1. 0 for 2 this evening with a ground out to shortstop and a line out to shortstop as he fouls that one off. Healy able to hang on to it for strike 2. Oh, 2 pitch coming to Workington. Slider that's probably a little too much of the plate there for an 0-2 pitch, but Workington yanks that one foul down the third base line, and count remains 0-2. Try and get you some scores here in a little bit if we can. That pitch from Cole Bridges fouled off and held on to by Brendan Healy. And Workington is down on strikes for the first out here in the top of the 6th inning. So that's going to bring up the first baseman for the Tecumseh Thunder, Cam Goddard. Goddard 1 for 2 tonight, single in the first inning, flew out to center field in his last at bat. He stings that one up the middle, and Cord Jackson, good range there from the young shortstop as he ranges over, picks that one up on to first. And Cam Goddard is down for the second out here in the top of the 6th. So 2 outs here, and that's going to bring up the center fielder, Ross Barker. Barker 1 for 2 as well, had a single in his last at bat as that fastball is going to find the outside corner for strike 1. No balls and 1 strikes. Here's the pitch from Bridges, hit on the ground towards shortstop. Cord Jackson up with it across the diamond. Alex McLean able to hang on to the bag. And Ross Barker is the third out here in the top of the 6th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. On we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Score remains the Sarnia Brigade 4, the Tecumseh Thunder no score. Take a quick break. We'll be right back here in a few minutes.
Now batting, Wesley.
All right, so we're back here for action in the bottom of the 6th inning. Right fielder Wesley Brooks going to lead things off for the Sarnia Brigade. Brooks 1 for 2 today, and he is the catalyst that got things going here for the Brigade in this one with a big 2-run home run in his last at bat. Fastball going to miss down and in for ball 2 from left-hander Taylor Pappen. 2-0 count here to Wes Brooks. Here's the pitch. Fastball up that Brooks swings through for strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike now the count. Pappen with the long look in at the catcher. He has the sign he wants now. Here's the pitch. Another good fastball swung through and missed by Brooks for strike 2. After being down 2-0, Pappen able to battle himself back here into a 2-2 count. Blake Butler due up next. That ball chopped to first base. Big hop there for Cam Goddard as he saunters over to first and tags the bag for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, Blake Butler.
So 1 out here for the Brigade in the bottom of the 6th. That's going to bring up the third baseman, Blake Butler. Butler is 1 for 2 with a single in his last at bat. He's also scored a run. First pitch popped up on the infield, but that is going to sail back and out of play for strike number 1. That pitch just missing the outside corner for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Here's the pitch from Pappen. The fastball, it's going to miss up for ball 2. First baseman Alex McLean waits on deck here with 1 out, so he will get an opportunity to hit in this inning. Ball fouled out of play into the Tecumseh dugout, and a bit of a wake-up call there, but everyone seems to be okay. Cued that one off the end of the bat, so it wasn't hit too hard, but still, make sure that everyone's okay in there. 2-2 pitch coming from Pappen. Good curveball there as that one gets away from the catcher, but able to complete the out at first base. And Blake Butler is down for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, Alex McLean.
So 2 outs now, and that's going to bring up the first baseman for this evening's game, Alex McLean. McLean 0 for 1. He had a walk in his last at bat. Pappen with a long look in. Here's pitch number 1. Curveball over the inside part of the plate for strike 1. No balls and 1 strike to count. Again, our next game here this evening will feature the Brampton Royals of the Coba Major Baseball League as that pitch misses outside for a ball. They will be taking on last year's provincial elimination champions and the gold bat champions from last year, the Newmarket Hawks. That game slated for 8:30 as that fastball misses down for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike to count here now on McLean. Pappen has his sign now. Here comes the pitch. Another curveball. That one drops in for strike 2. Two pitch coming. That one misses down and in to Alex McLean for Ball 3, and the count now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Second baseman Wade Babula waits on deck if he gets an opportunity here. Curveball swung on and missed by McLean, and he is down on strikes for the third out at the top of the 6th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. We head to the top of the 7th inning. Sarnia Brigade will take the field here, trying to close this one out. They currently lead this game by a score of 4-0 over the Tecumseh Thunder. We'll be right back after a short break for the top of the 7th inning. Stay tuned. Just a reminder to fans, we will have some post-game interviews that we're going to do down on the field, so you will see a little bit of shifting around here after the game. We're going to head down and have a chat with some players from the winning side of this one afterwards. So stay tuned for that on the feed. After we're done with that, we'll end this feed, but then we will set up a new one that we will start for the Brampton Newmarket game, which will follow this one. And we'll also try and get some scores up on the website as well from the other 2 games that are happening tonight in the 6 o'clock time slot, which are the Ilderton Riverhawks taking on the Windsor Athletics over at Blackwell Park here in Sarnia. And out at Courtright at Eric McKenzie Field, we have the Burlington Brants taking on the Windsor Stars. So as soon as we have those updates, we'll get them to you. If we get anything while we're on the air, we'll definitely pass it along for sure. But if not, www.cabcbaseball.com. Click on the Gold Bat link, and that's where you're going to find all your information for this weekend's games. As the catcher, Noah Ruddle, fouls that one back to the backstop for strike number 1. Cole Bridges back out to the mound as that fastball sails up and in for ball 1. That one fouled back into the netting for another strike. So 1 ball and 2 strikes here, the count, as that pitch sails up and in for ball 2. Bridge has been pretty good this evening so far. Only allowed 3 hits through 6 innings of work. So he has a sign now. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Fastball swung on and missed. And Noah Ruddle's down on strikes for the first out of the top of the 7th inning. So a reminder, following this game, stick around. We'll have some post-game interviews. That slider just misses the inside corner for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes, the count here on the right fielder, Patrick Kibble. He fouls that one back and out of play, and oh boy, look out, cars. Bounces in the middle of the road, so it's all right. One ball, 1 strike count. That one fouled back to the backstop for strike 2. Kibble 1 for 2 this evening with a single in his last at bat. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Bridges. That fastball sails up and away for ball number 2. 2-2 the count, 1 out here, top of the 7th inning. That ball hit towards second base, and that's going to get into center field for a single. 4th hit on the evening for the Tecumseh Thunder. They have a little bit of life here in the 7th inning. They have a runner reached with 1 out. That's going to bring up the third baseman, Kalman Chiz. Chiz 0 for 2 tonight with a strikeout and a flyout to center field. Here's the pitch from Bridges as he hits that ball hard towards right field. That's going to get down in front of Wesley Brooks. He makes the throw into second, but not in time as Kibble slides in safely, and just like that, the Tecumseh Thunder have a pair of runners aboard here for left fielder Austin Olds, who is 0 for 1 tonight. Thanks to Bob Michelli, who's watching on the live stream right now, or watching one of the other games for us. But the Windsor Stars currently lead the Burlington Brants in that game out at Courtright by a score of 2-0. That ball laced up the middle and into center field. Logan Buntrock up with that. He's going to make the long throw home. Blocked up by Brendan Healy, and the Tecumseh Thunder in business here in the 7th inning as they've now loaded the bases with 1 out. And that is going to draw a mound visit from Joel Ainsworth. So after the leadoff strikeout from Noah Ruddle, just like that, the Tecumseh Thunder have doubled their offensive output this evening and rung up 3 singles in a row here. So we have the bases loaded with 1 out, and we have the designated hitter, Keaton Ruddle, who's going to step in now 0 for 2 with a pair of groundouts, 1 to third base, 1 to second base. Cole Bridges with his sign. Here's the pitch. Fastball that misses down for ball 1. Good block there by Brendan Healy to keep that ball in front of him. So even with the Tecumseh rally here, still nothing happening in the Sarnia bullpen as of yet. Does look like there's a little bit of stirring going on down there in the dugout, though. Keaton Ruddle fouls that one back into the backstop for strike 1. 1-1 now the count. Ball chopped foul back to the backstop for strike 2, and it does look like we're going to get a little bit of action now here for Sarnia down in the pen. That pitch just missing for a ball there. Runs the count even now at 2-2. Jake Taylor, the pitcher, down warming up as that pitch is going to find the outside corner for a called strike 3. And that is the second out here in the top of the 7th inning. So right-hander Jake Taylor getting loose now for the Brigade, just in case here. We are back to the top of the order, though, with second baseman Caden Gomes. He takes a fastball down the middle for strike 1. Gomes 1 for 3 this evening with a single. He has a pair of groundouts to shortstop. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That ball belted to left field. That's going to get down for a single. Base runner going to get the stop sign at third base, but that does bring a run across. And the Tecumseh Thunder are now on the board here in the top of the 7th inning, as they still trail in this game by a score of 4-1. That's going to bring up the shortstop for the Tecumseh Thunder, Dan Workington. So he hits that ball to shortstop. That's going to eat up Core Jackson. That's going to bring another run across. Back-to-back RBI singles now have the Tecumseh Thunder trailing in this game by a score of 4-2. Very dangerous hitter now at the plate in Cam Goddard. Goddard 1 for 3 tonight with a single. So that pitch is called a ball, 1-0. 4-2 Sarnia Brigade here in the top of the 7th inning. 2 outs, but the Thunder with the bases loaded. That ball chopped foul down the first base line, evening the count now 1-1. Goddard having a pretty good year here so far, leading his team currently in home runs and RBIs. So right guy at the dish here for the Thunder as they look to try and even this game up here if they can. Cole Bridges with a long look in at catcher Brendan Healy. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Slider going to miss outside for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike the count. Again, latest update we have from Courtright. The Windsor Stars currently lead the Burlington Brants by a score of 2-0. They're playing in the top of the 6th inning as that ball sails out of play just down the third base line. And just like that, the Thunder are down to their last strike here with the 2-2 count and 2 outs here, but bases full of Tecumseh Thunder as Cam Goddard looks to try and extend this game. Ross Barker waits on deck if he gets an opportunity here. 2-2 pitch coming. That ball hit on the ground towards second base. Babula up with that one, on to McLean at first. And that is all for this one here at Errol Russell Field. The Tecumseh Thunder do manage to push 2 runs across here in the 7th inning. They do so on 5 hits. There were no Sarnia errors, and the Tecumseh Thunder leave the bases loaded here in the top of the 7th inning. Final score here from Errol Russell Field on opening night here at the Gold Bat Tournament is the Sarnia Brigade 4 and the Tecumseh Thunder 2. Winning pitcher of this game is Cole Bridges. The losing pitcher for this game is left-hander Taylor Pappin. We're going to quickly pause our feed here. We'll head down to the field. We'll get some interviews in as we get ready for game 2. So stick around in the feed. We'll be right back. All right, we're down here on field level for our post-game interviews. Joining me for this one, we have right fielder Wesley Brooks, as well as starting pitcher Cole Bridges. Thanks for taking a few minutes, guys.
Yeah, of course.
Wes, I got you with the microphone first, so I'll start with you. Pretty good pitcher over there with Taylor Pappin starting on the mound. Walk me through that at bat in the 4th inning that kind of got you guys going a little bit.
Yeah, so he started off with a first pitch curveball and picked up on it early. Set back and watched, took the pitch, and then knew he was coming back with the heater. Just missed the second one he threw. And then third pitch, he quick pitch, and I realized off of his quick pitch that was going to be a heater and jumped all over and caught a barrel, and it went out luckily and got the boys going.
And that's a big play. I mean, like you said, you were able to tack on one more that inning as well, so it kind of took them out of the game a little bit. But kind of walk me through your roster this year. I mean, we got pretty much the same bodies around last year. Obviously, good to have Core back for a little bit anyway.
Yeah,
we'll see
100%.
what happens here. But how do you guys feeling about your season this year, and how you think you're going to do?
I think we're feeling really confident. We got a lot of depth, a tight knit group, like great pitching, like Booge, great hitters, like great fielders, Core, Bunts, Butts. A lot of great guys that are on the team and can play, but it's also great to be around the field with those guys. It makes it really enjoyable.
Perfect. I'll get you to switch the mic over to our starting pitcher here, Cole Bridges. Yeah, sure, if you want to, that's fine. So, Cole, complete game tonight. A little bit of trouble there in the 7th inning, but just kind of walk me through your game plan. Obviously, you had a very tough team with Tecumseh. The way they're playing this year kind of, really showed up to the park well so far. So kind of walk me through what your game plan was this evening.
Yeah, I know I heard lots of good things about Tecumseh, so my game plan is to always just come out, throw strikes, make them beat me. Don't give any free bases out. I did a good job. My catcher was doing a great job calling behind the plate. Don't shake very often. Just trying to hit my spots, keep them off balance, and it seemed to work today until the 7th. Gave me a little bit. My heart rate was up a little bit in that 7th.
And, I mean, going into that 7th inning, I don't know if I put the jinx on you or not, but, looking at the scoreboard, they had 3 hits to that point. But it's hard to keep a team like that down as well. I mean, they're missing a few pieces, obviously, this weekend, but it's just walk me through kind of the mindset of dealing with a team like Tecumseh that is very dangerous 1 through 9.
Yeah, you just kind of always got to know, like, any single guy 1 through 9 can hit the ball hard and hit it anywhere. I'll go all over the field, right? So I know I trust my defense behind me. I got one of the best defenses in the league, and just trying to trust my catcher, hit my spots, keep them off balance, like I said, and just keep trying to keep the ball in the yard. And that's what happened today. My defense didn't. I think maybe 1 error today, so defense was all over it, and I just trust them so much and just let them hit it.
So you get the rest of the evening off tonight now. Tomorrow you have a pair of games where you're going to take on the Thornhill Reds of the GTBL as well as the Arundel Cardinals of the Coba Major Baseball League. What are you expecting in those games, and what do you think the boys are going to have to do to be successful there?
You know what? Like, every team here is going to be a great team. Same kind of thing. Like, we just battled through the first couple innings. We couldn't get anything together, and then boom, we just put up 4, and that's all it took, right? So just keep at it, keep the sticks going. Whether we're cold, we'll snap out of it. I trust the lineup 100%. They're going to be 2 good teams. Hopefully we can two good pitchers again. We'll probably see. So hopefully we can just come out and swing the bats like we have been here in the 4th inning there. So I'm looking for a couple good games.
Perfect. I'll let you go get your stuff here, but thank you so much for taking some time to talk to us. But
absolutely,
that's it for our action here from Merrill Russell for this evening. Again, the final score in this one. The Sarnia Brigade victorious 4-2 over the Tecumseh Thunder. We got a break here while we fix up the field. Our next game coming up after this one will be the Brampton Royals of the Coba Major Baseball League taking on the Newmarket Hawks, the defending provincial champions. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll have a new feed come up here in a little while for this next game, but take care, and we'll talk soon.
Awesome. Thank you.